Greetings again, social media. It is a beautiful morning again, sunny, and I'm out here in the woods, hearing the sounds of birds, and decided to do another talk again. Today's topic is very hard. It's a difficult topic even for myself to speak about. Personally, I would want to put a disclaimer first before I say much that this is not about hate or hate speech or trying to cause disunity. Today's topic, I want to speak about the word racism. It's a heavy topic, but I'm just gonna give my opinion, how I see it, how I feel, how it affects black people. I happen to be born as a black person. Amongst the people who speak about racism a lot, there are two groups of people, two extreme ends of the coin. Some other people are very obsessed with it, like Mike deGrasse Tyson or something. It's a very prominent scientist. He is extreme on the other side, very obsessed. If anything, even if a white person farts in the road, they think he farted because he's seeing a black person. Uh, that's very extreme end of the other side. This man, when he was being interviewed by Piers Morgan, he was always playing the victim card, saying, "Oh, you're speaking over me. You're interrupting me because I'm black. Don't define me. Don't define black for what black means for me or what racism means for me." This is the other side of it, where people are just obsessed about everything they see, as long as it relates people of different skin color than they have. It's a problem. They see racism in everything, the way people talk to them, the way people treat them. If they don't get anything, it is racism's fault. It is because people of a different skin color didn't give them or didn't afford them that opportunity. And on the other hand, we have the Candice Owens of the world who believe racism doesn't exist, which is also ridiculous because, in actual fact, it does exist. I would say racism will exist as long as we have rest in the world. Where people don't believe that racism exists or what have you, I think they they have made it in life. They have become a certain. They've joined a certain group of people in the world, the top elite. Obviously, um, people will treat you differently because you are who you are, because you have what you have, because of your name. Or you're not facing the challenges the average person is gonna be challenging. Is gonna be facing. You're not looking for a job. You're not looking for a promotion. It's the average guy who's working at a construction site who might face serious discrimination because of their skin color, or the average Joe who is going to work, who is looking for an opportunity to be promoted, and turns out only a certain group of people are promoted because of their skin color, or certain positions are reserved for certain people because of their skin color. You, for someone who has made it in life, they're not faced with those challenges, so they might start living an unrealistic life and believing that racism doesn't exist anymore. There is no such thing as racism. The most obvious type of racism that existed in the past, where black people were called names, or black people were treated a certain way, where black people were abused, where black people were enslaved, where black people were discriminated, not allowed into certain areas or do certain things or go to school. It doesn't exist anymore. I think in today's life, it is now different. Only subtle kind of racism exists today, which still affects black people. It is a fact of life that because of the past that we had in this world, because of the apartheid, because of the colonization, because of slavery, black people are behind. The means of production, wealth, and means of production in the economy is in the hands of white people for the most part. It is unfortunate that black people find themselves at the bottom of the food chain, looking for means to survive. The wealth that is on the other side has never transferred in into into the hands of black people to close the inequality gap. Inequality between black and white is very prominent. It's a big thing still today. The inequality between black and white in terms of economics, in terms of resources and wealth, forced me to believe that it is not by accident. It is not because white people are smarter than black people. Maybe in a sense there could be some other factors like this, but I'm forced to believe it is because of racism. That is the subtle racism that still exists today, where black people are not given opportunities because of their skin color, where black people are not put in certain positions in companies because of their skin color, where black people are not afforded business opportunities because of their skin color, henceforth leading them, finding themselves at the bottom of the food chain at the end of the day, poor, just scraping, trying to survive. And these things are very difficult to policy. The governments might try and say equal opportunity for all, but at the end of the day, it is still in the hands of the employer. It is still in the hands of the folks that are in charge, who they give a contract to, who they promote. Henceforth, opportunities are limited and are not given to people of color, which means black people. In case of South Africa, I'm sure Nelson Mandela dreamed of a rainbow nation where everybody was gonna be equal, and the wealth that was in the hands of the colonizers would transfer as time goes on into the hands of the majority of the black people who find themselves poor. But unfortunately, human beings are human beings. 30 years later, the country finds itself with a huge inequality gap, and the top 10 of in the world. Inequality is very big in the country of South Africa, and it is not by mistake. And but Israel, on the other hand, it's not like there is a group of people sitting down somewhere saying, "Let's do this. Let's keep the black people poor." No, I do not believe so. But on the other hand, it's also not by mistake. It is not by chance. It is because people are using subtle racism. When people choose who to give positions, when people choose who to do business with, when people choose who to put in positions which are significant, which results in better pay, it's always gonna be prioritized for someone with white skin.